Hello guys, and welcome back to this channel. This is Toshiro Jr. If you're new to this channel, before we dive into this video, I welcome you to just click the subscribe button and click the notification button, like and share, or even also comment. Let's engage in the comment section. So today in this video, we want to do a video about how to increase your chances of your visa being approved. And specifically today we are talking about Canada. Why are we talking about Canada? Canada did open their borders like months ago, a couple of months ago, and how they're doing now, people have been telling you, oh, there are jobs in Canada, there are these jobs in Canada, you can apply for these jobs in Canada, but how can you improve your chances of your visa being approved? Or when we talk about Canada, how can you improve your chances of your visa being approved? So that's what we want to talk about today. How to increase your chances of, or rather the reasons, the 10 main reasons as to why a visa can be refused, as to why your visa can be denied, or as to why your visa can be refused. So today we want to talk about those 10 reasons. And before we talk about those 10 reasons, I want us to understand that there's the Canadian government is in some form of an MOU with itself, that the people who visit Canada, the people who visit Canada and they are let in at the POE, they can now change their visa from a visit visa and ended up changing it legally to a work permit. And this MOU was extended. It was there, but now it has been extended up to the 2025 February. So you still have time to prepare well, and you take your chances. But let us first understand that Canada is not just a country that you can just go in the way you want, or rather it's not that easy for your visa to be approved. Visa can be approved and you can be returned at the POE. Main reason being, maybe you don't look like your visa. These people are aware that most of people who are now coming to Canada are coming to work. They are coming and they'll try by the time and to change their visa from visit visa to a work permit, which will eventually lead to a PR and citizenship. So I want us to talk about these reasons, because there is no need for you to waste your money to go and apply for a Canadian visa and maybe you don't meet the criteria that is required. There are some aspects, there are some main reasons, there are some main things that when you are applying for this visa, they will check it before they approve your application. First, you have to understand that for Canadian visa application, you don't attend any one-on-one interview. There's no one-on-one interview when it comes to a Canadian visa. There's no one-on-one interview. That's the first thing that you should understand. Once your visa is approved, you'll only take your travel documents, which is your passport, and the things that they'll maybe have required from you, to the Embassy of Canada in your country. And then they'll go just stamp it and give you the visa. Maybe you're given visa of 8 years for multiple entries, something like that. But there's no one-on-one interview when it comes to Canada. Unlike the US and most countries, that you have to go for an interview, you pay for the interview fee, you pay for what. Canada, you only pay for the application. When applying that visa, that's when you get to pay for it. And you don't, even if you are denied now, you don't have to wait for a certain period of time. You can receive your results today and reapply your results and reapply again, because when it comes to Canada, they give you reasons as to why you don't qualify for that visa. So there's no need to rush. Just first get the facts right and then work with the facts that you have so that you get to increase your chances of your visa being approved. I want to believe that's clear. So I have sampled around 10 main reasons as to why your visa can be refused, or rather can be denied. And then, or rather, these are the facts to check first if you have them, if you qualify in this aspect, or rather how to now make correction and reapply your Canadian visa. Remember that MOU is still standing until 2025 February, so you still have a year and a good number of months. So preparation is something that's very, very key when it comes to Canadian visa application. First, we want to see most common reasons. 10 most common reasons for Canadian visa refusal. 10 most common reasons for Canadian visa refusal. These are the reasons that I've sampled after a thorough research, and I'm just trying to simplify everything for you. Remember, we are not only going to focus in US and DV lottery. DV lottery, yes, is around the corner. The application is around the corner. I'll just do another video of how to prepare yourself early. But first, let us see for other people who want to apply and take their chances to go to Canada, or rather to apply to Canadian visa. These are the 10 most common reasons as to why your visa can be denied. Reason number 1, family ties. And when we say family ties, there is, that lack of strong family ties to your home country. Reason number 1, and that's the most common reason as to why not even Canadian visa alone, even US visa or any other country, as to why you can be denied that visa is if you don't portray that you have strong family ties to your home country, your visa will be denied. If you are not going to show that you have strong family ties to your country, your visa will be denied. And when it comes to Canada, this is how they do it. If they will deny you visa based on the reason number 1 that I've given, family ties, that you lack strong family ties to your home country, this is how it is going to read. That I'm not satisfied that you will leave Canada at the end of your stay, blah blah blah, based on the country of residence. That is, if you are lacking strong family ties to your home country, your visa will not go through. So provide enough reasons that you'll return to your home country after the end of your stipulated period, or after the end of the days that you'll be given to stay in Canada. Remember, strong family ties is very key. So show to them that you have strong family ties to your home country. And how to show to them that you have strong family ties to your home country. 1, if you have a good job offer in your country, if you have a family, for example, you have kids, your parents are in the country, if you own a business in your home country, if you own property, if you own property or assets that are in your name, provide the details that you have strong family ties to your home country. How to do that? If you have a good job offer, provide the letter of your job offer. If you own a business, show that you own a business. Prove that business is yours. 2, if you own a property or an asset in your name, provide those details and definitely you will go through with it. Reason number 1 will be not your worry. Reason number 2, if you have strong family ties in Canada and weak ties in your home country, Reason number 2 as to why your visa will be denied. If you have strong family ties in Canada and weak ties in your home country, that will be a disadvantage to you, because weak ties in your home country and strong ties in Canada is more likely to tell them that you're not going to come back. Maybe if your parents are in Canada, if your sister or brothers are in Canada, that's a disadvantage. Don't show that you have strong family ties in Canada. Strengthen the ties in your home country, and even if you have strong family ties in Canada, don't show it that you have strong family ties in Canada. Strong family ties in Canada and weak ties in your home country, that's a disadvantage. As I've said, it's a disadvantage. So don't show that you have a strong family ties in Canada and weak ties in your home country. Don't do that. Another point is travel history. This is a very important factor to consider before applying for Canadian visa. Travel history. When I say travel history, I mean, how is your travel history? Before you think of applying for Canadian visa, first you have to check, how is your travel history? Have you built your travel history? The point is, there's no way you're going to go out of nowhere and you want to go to Canada and you've never even moved out of your own country. That is, you're more likely to be denied that visa. First, you have to build your travel history. First, build your travel history. When I say build your travel history, I mean, you should even move just out of your country for once. And when I say out of your country, for example, if you're in Kenya, moving out of your country doesn't mean you have to go to Tanzania or Uganda. It should be something like Dubai. This travel history tells a lot also about your financial state, or how are you able to cater for yourself, blah 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 and everything. They check a lot of details. But first, your travel history is a very important factor. Travel history is a very, very important factor to consider. And if they are to deny you visa based on this factor, this is how it will read. That I'm not satisfied that you will leave Canada at the end of your stay based on your travel history. Which means you have not traveled to other countries. They'll be asking themselves, how is it that this guy has never traveled out of his own country and now he wants to travel to Canada? All right. So if you have a good travel history, if you've traveled, for example, from your country to a place like Dubai or a place like Qatar, a place outside your country, whether it's Turkey, whether it's Saudi, that's a travel history. And you should build your travel history so that it becomes easy for you. That will not be a factor that will hinder your visa from being approved. Travel history is a factor to consider, right? Another point is another very, very important point is purpose of visit. For example, in a few weeks or months ago, there have been a lot of cases where people are being returned from the point of entry. That means, you went successful with your application, your visa was approved, you went and your passport was stamped, but now at the point of entry, you don't look like your visa. You don't have a purpose of visit. For example, somebody's going to visit. Somebody's going with a business or a visit visa, but you find the person going with a lot of luggage, big bags, and you're going for a visit visa. You should look like your visa. If you're a visit visa, don't take a lot of clothes. If you know that you're going to do what I'm just about to tell you, that you're going to change, by the way, it's legal. It's not illegal. For now, it's legal. It's legal. It's not outside the law. You're going to change your visit visa or your business visa into permit, which is work. Then there's no need for you to carry two big large bags and you're going for a visit visa. To make the matters worse, you go with your documents. At the point of entry, they check your bags. They check the contents of your bags. Your bags, in short, they'll be fixed, right? So if when they are going through your bag and they find that you have your documents, one, that's a red card or a red flag. Documents. You're going for a visit visa, but you take your documents with you. That's not looking like your visa. You're going for a business. You have a business visa. There's tourist visa or a business visa. And you're going there as a tourist, but you have your documents. You're more likely to fail. You're more likely to be deported back to your country at the point of entry. What are your documents doing in your bag and you're going for a visit visa? Let's take, for example, you're going to visit your auntie, your uncle, your niece, your nephew. You're going to visit your grandma. Do you normally take your documents with you? No, you don't. So that's the logic in it. People are being returned because they don't look like their visa. You're going for a visit visa, but you look like a student visa. You're going for a business visa, but you don't look like a business person. You're going for a visit visa, but you don't look like your visa. The purpose of visit is very important. You should know why you're going there. You should have a purpose of visit, because at the point of entry you'll be asked. And if you provide the details of the person who is to pick you, they'll be called just to confirm that they are aware that you're coming. So take this very seriously. Purpose of visit. Do not accept to be deported back at the point of entry. So what was the point of it all if you go there and be deported back at the point of entry? So you should have your purpose of visit. Know why you're going there and have confidence. Be confident of what you're going to do there. When you're being talked to by the blue boys, by the boys in the blue, right? Don't show that you are tensed. Have courage. Face it. And your purpose of visit should be straight, and don't be wacha kimbelembele. Do not be the know-it-all guy. Allow them to explain to you. They like it, when you look foolish. Right? So don't be returned back at the point of entry because you lack purpose of visit, or rather you don't look like your visa. You should look like your visa. Look like your visa. For heaven's sake, look like your visa. If you're going there as a student, look like a student. If you're going there as a tourist, look like a tourist. If you're going there as a visitor, visiting someone, look like a visitor. Just behave like your passport. Behave like your visa. Right? Yeah, don't ruin it for yourself. Behave like your visa. Purpose of visit. 1, maybe you're going there to meet family or friends. Maybe you're going there for a housewarming party as your purpose of visit. Ensure that the dates of the housewarming party, if you're going there just for that visit, if your purpose of visit is something like housewarming party, a birthday, an engagement, or if you're going there for a housewarming party, meeting family, friends, or if you're going there for birthday, engagement, etc., ensure that the dates do not collide, right? If you're going there for an engagement, you should not go there a month before the day of engagement. Arrive there like 2 days or a day before the said date, so that you'll be not returned like you're too early for this day. You're too early for this day, right? And when asked how long are you going to stay, don't say 6 months, right? Purpose of visit. You cannot say you're going there to stay for 6 months and your purpose of visit is an engagement party or a wedding. Which wedding takes 6 months? Which birthday takes 3 months? Your period of stay that you're supposed to tell them should not exceed 2 months, so that at least you're reasonable. If you are a tourist, it shouldn't be like you're going to tour another country for half a year. That's not sensible. That's why most people are being returned at the point of entry. In short, look like your visa, behave like your visa. Another very important point is financial status. Provide the required financial documents. Provide the required financial documents. That is one to prove that you have enough money to finance your stay and travel in Canada. That's very important. Provide those. For example, they need a tax return, provide them. If they need a bank statement over around 6 months, provide them. If it's even to the payslips level, provide them, just to ensure that your visa is approved. Provide the required financial documents. You cannot say you're going there as a tourist and your account is in like 3,000 Canadian dollars. That's not even enough for your flight. For example, if you're in Kenya, that's just your flight. But your financial status should prove that you can finance your stay in Canada and be able to come back and finance your stay at home so that you don't go broke. That's how you should ensure that you provide all the required financial documents so that it doesn't become a hitch. Your employment status. For example, if you are not employed and your job is not stable, that is a disadvantage. Employment status. If they are to deny a visa based on that, there will be this how they're going to read. This is how it is going to read. How is it going to read? I'm not satisfied that you leave Canada at the end of your stay based on your employment status, based on your current employment status. First, the things that they check, the things that they check is how long have you been employed? That is one. Number two, is your job stable? And if you are self-employed, provide the relevant documents of business ownership just to prove that business is yours. If you are a farmer, provide the relevant documents that is in line with your application and the streamlined structures in your country. If you are unemployed, there are high chances that your visa will be denied. Another point, the length of proposed stay. That's what I've just said a few minutes ago. Your length of proposed stay should be reasonable. Your length of proposed stay should be reasonable. Don't put your length of proposed stay to be 6 months. Yet you are going for a marriage. That is what I've just said. You put your length of proposed stay to be 6 months, yet you're going for a marriage or birthday or housewarming party, or if you're going there for just a visit, tourism or whatever. It should be reasonable and in line with your visa. As I've said, it should not be more than 2 months. Yeah, though you can stay more than 2 months, but when you are asked the length of your proposed stay, don't give a figure that's more than 2 months. That will not be reasonable. You cannot tour another country for half a year. You cannot visit another country for half a year just for a visit, unless you're going there to take care of somebody who is sick. You cannot go for a birthday party for 6 months. You cannot go for a marriage party for 6 months. Housewarming party, you cannot go for 6 months. Your length of proposed stay should be reasonable and in line with your visa. And they can deny a visa based on that. I'll be saying, I'm not satisfied that you leave Canada at the end of your stay based on your length of proposed stay. They deny you visa based on that, so you should be careful with that. Give a length of proposed stay that is relevant. That is relevant to your purpose of visit. Give the length of your proposed stay that is relevant to your purpose of visit. Host documentation. For example, there is an invitation letter. If your host is inviting you to Canada, you'll be denied visa if your invitation letter has been poorly done. And then, if your host cannot prove that they can facilitate your stay in Canada, first they have also they should have proof of funds. So if you're going there as an invitee, as an invited guest, then your host should provide proof of funds. And as I've said, it's a bank statement that will tell the immigration that the host can facilitate your stay without you being a public charge. That your host can facilitate your stay. Your host also should provide immigration status if you're going there as an invited person. If you're invited, your host should provide immigration status, either it's a PR card or citizenship, or it's a student permit or a work permit. Those are the proof of their immigration status, that they are not in Canada illegally. That's just to prove that they are not in Canada illegally. And proof of funds is to prove that they can facilitate themselves and facilitate also your stay. Because if you are invited, then it means you are not going to stay in a hotel, right? Applicants' age and marital status. This is one of the reasons I didn't expect to find. Applicants' age and marital status. For example, if you are between 18 to 26 years, you're not married, you have relatives in Canada, and you're not a full-time student, that's just equals to refusal. I repeat, applicants' age and marital status really matters. And this is in connection with family ties to your home country. Because you are between 18 years and 26 years, that is 1. You're not married, that is 2. You have relatives in Canada, that is 3. Most of all, you're not a full-time student, that is equals to refusal, denial, rejection. Ask me why. You're 18 to 25 years. In your home country, you don't have a stable job. You're not employed. You're not married. You have relatives in Canada, and you're not a full-time student. What is it that shows that you have strong connection with your home country? Nothing. Absolutely nothing. So, what do? I didn't know that applicants' age and marital status affects people, but it does. At 18 to 26 or 25, you're not married, no job, not a full-time student, have relatives in Canada. You don't have any strong ties with your country, and that is equals to visa denial. Another one is misrepresentation. That's the last one. Sorry for making it long, guys, but I had to just finish it all. Misrepresentation. Provide all required documents as instructed. provide all the required documents as instructed. I.e., if you have been denied a visa before, don't lie. If at all you had applied and been denied, just tell them. Like, provide all the required information as instructed. That's number last point. So before you think of applying for that visa, go through those things. They are not just stories that I'm telling you guys. They work. You can inquire from people who have applied before. Those are the factors that are considered before they approve your visa. Those are the factors that are considered. They are looked into before they approve your visa. So don't waste your money. Don't go to agents who are wasting your money and not telling you the truth. These are the 10 reasons that your agent will not tell you, because they just want to eat your money by applying to you, for you I mean. And then they know that you don't have a bank statement. They know that you don't have good travel history. They know that you don't have strong family ties, but they will apply for you anyway because that's business and that's where they get their money from. But be wise. Knowledge is power, right? It's good to be knowledgeable and to know what you're doing so that you don't end up falling for cheap tricks. So until next time, guys, I want to thank you for sticking with me, and please let us continue subscribing to this channel. Let us continue, sharing this channel and liking and also commenting. Ask questions in the comment section. I'll reply to them when I can. So please, until next time, take care of yourself, be safe, and all the best. DV 2025 is around the corner. So please, I'll do another video about that in like 3 or 4 days, so that we see how we can prepare ourselves early. Early preparation equals increased chances of selection. So until next time, guys, thank you. Have a good day. Have a good time wherever you're getting and you're watching us from. So please, thank you.